Good morning, y'all. Fuzzy Biker here. We are just off Interstate 80 on the, I guess it'd be the east end of Iowa. That is a hot rod Royal Enfield Guerrilla 450. I've got about 400 miles on, a little less maybe. Had all kinds of fun with it. I took it over to Davenport, Iowa for the motorcycle rally there this weekend. And just been having a ball. On the roads down, I took a 2-lane blacktop going out there from west to east. And today we're going to take interstate all the way home. So I'm going to try to get a good feel for what this bike's all about in both scenarios. And I did 100 miles earlier with just kind of tooling around the back roads around home, and had all kinds of fun. So it's a 452cc single cylinder dual overhead cam, 4-valve. It's got about 40 horsepower, 30 foot-pounds of torque. That's about 40 newton meters. 6-speed transmission, beautiful six-speed transmission. The engine is right out of the Himalayan. I think the transmission has been geared a little differently at the bottom. At the top, my top speed, when I'm going 75, my tach is reading the same as on my Himalayan. So it's got a different set of forks on the front. These are regular forks instead of upside down forks or Showa forks. There's 5.5 inches of travel here. That's about 140 millimeters. A 17-inch tire, so you can see the size of that. That is a 120/70/17 tubeless tire. It's I think I read it was a 310 millimeter disc with a dual piston Barbie caliper. I like the brakes on it a lot. Run into the rear. It's got a 5.9 millimeters of monoshock, 5.9 inch travel with that's about 150 millimeters, and it's got a 17 on the rear. It's a 160/70. I'm sorry, a 160/60/17 on the rear with a 270 disc and a single piston Barbie caliper. Again, tubeless tire. Look at that black rim here, blue rim on the front. We've got the black engine here with the blue on the front here. We've got the black rim with the blue on the back of the bike. It's a pretty neat thing. Seat height is 30.7 inches, so less than 31 inches. That's 780 millimeters, I believe. So very low seat height, very low seat height. Not only is it a low seat height, it's a narrow motorcycle, check that out. And it's got a very low center of gravity. The bike is lower than the Himalayan by far, a couple inches I would guess. So very approachable motorcycle with loads of power, very sporting. I love riding it. Wet weight on this, that's a weight with a full tank of fuel, is 408 pounds. That's 185 kilograms. So a very light motorcycle as well. Little tumbleweed blowing through there. See that? This one's been geared up a little bit. Baxter's has installed this headlight cover, this little shield right here. They put bar end mirrors on it. They've put radiator cover. They've got a bash plate on the bottom. I got that a little dirty, didn't I? Running back this way, here's a really cool part. AEW pipe, India pipe. That thing is, you can get that off their website for 200 bucks from here back, and it sounds beautiful. Let's see if I get the bike in neutral. We'll try to play that tune. The other thing they did is they put this seat on here. It's kind of a bench seat. The normal seat is a kind of a curve in. This one's kind of a bench, so it's you can slide forward and backwards on it. Now I've got my gear on here, so let me see if I can get this thing in. There we go, I got it in neutral. I've got my gear on there, so I can't really do much sliding around, I guess, but it is a pretty comfortable seat. I really have enjoyed it. So gear-wise, I've got a tank bag on the front. I've got the travel pack, the Rhino Walk travel pack on the back. A friend of mine gave me this one. It's a Moscow Moto. I didn't think I'd like it, but I actually do like it. And what I thought I wouldn't like is it doesn't have a zipper on the top, and I didn't think I'd like this. So what it does have is this. So you do that, and look at that, opens right up. And oh look, there's a zipper pouch on the bottom. Huh, interesting, the things you learn. There's little pouches, zipper pouches in the front here. It's rigid. It seems to work really well for what it is, but open and close is just simple. And there's a hole in the front, or in this end for putting your cable in for your phone. Same over here. So I like that a lot, and that's where I've got my tee, my helmet cleaning stuff, and that's where this GoPro will go too. Pretty cool. Hey, let's do some sound. Let's do some sound. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the GoPro will mute this, so we'll try it anyway. I'm in a public place. I gotta watch it. It's got good sound, doesn't it? It's been a lot of fun to ride, guys. I really had a lot of fun with it. know what? I'll tell you more in a little bit. Wahoo! Hey, we have made it to Motorcycle Park in the mighty metropolis of Marne, Iowa. Baxter Cycle is right over there, over that hill over yonder. They're probably looking down here wondering what the heck I'm doing. The bike has performed, pow, just amazing. It responsive. I kept thinking of what's one word I could use to describe this motorcycle. Responsive. So I rode 250 miles of interstate to get back from Chief Blackhawk in Davenport back to the mighty metropolis of Marne, 250 miles. Took interstate the whole way. To go there, I took 2-lane blacktop the other day, and I just had a ball on that. Today, interstate, I went through the middle of downtown, or the middle of Des Moines. I think it's 235, midday traffic. And the bike just performed. It handles so well. It handles so well. It's got, the Himalayan had, I hate to keep comparing it to the Himalayan, but it's got the same engine. The Himalayan had that 8-inch suspension and excellent handling and all that neat stuff. Well, this does too. This has got the, it's a 6-inch or 5.9 on the rear, 5.5 in the front. So 140 and 150 millimeters respectively, 140 on the front. The handling is definitely excellent where it's meant to be. It's not a dirt bike, but it's excellent on the highway. It's excellent on the 2-lane blacktop. I did really well in, everywhere I've had it. The interstate, the right, right through the center of Des Moines, Iowa. It did it really well. I can't. So that's the one big takeaway I would say is the bike handles superbly. The next one is power. It's much more, again, responsive. It's much more responsive. The Himalayan, I think, has very good power in stock form. This is in stock form, and well, I guess it's got the little pipe on it. It's got the AEW pipe on the end. This has, if you rode the Himalayan and then rode this, you think, wow, this thing's got a lot of power, comparatively, and it does, and you can really tell it. It picks up better, it accelerates better, and it's got that same great transmission. I think they've done something with first gear. I can't prove that, but it just works really well. Okay. Can you tell I'm excited about it? Okay, so let's talk about some other stuff real quick. One is I forgot to mention the fuel tank. 2.9 gallons, that's 11 liters, and that is a small tank. That is a small tank. I had to stop twice for gas on the way back here. I had a part of tank. I used that up, filled that up, got another tank just this side of Des Moines, and I got 46 miles a gallon. My speeds in the beginning, on the first tank, I was going 80, 85, maybe a little better just keeping up with traffic. When I got closer to Des Moines on this side of Des Moines, traffic was moving about 80, maybe a little more, but I kept up with traffic the whole time, and that's the kind of mileage I got. So I've got the back lights on, the bike is on for a reason. So I wanted to show you something real quick. I want to show you this nav system, and I hope that shows up on here. It is, first off, that's the nav screen. It took to my phone right now. I've got it set up to go to where it just came from. This is the other nav screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When you do this, it goes back to the normal screen, the stock screen. But down here in this edge down here, it shows a little bubble with turn-by-turn directions. Now, if I go back to the other one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, takes a second here. There's the map. I'm going to use the joystick over here. I'm going to try to zoom in or zoom out. Okay, there's in a little more. In a little more. Let's see how far in we can go. That's pretty darn good. That's the mighty metropolis of Marne right there. There's about 100 people that live here. Okay. Oh, wow, it even went in farther. Let's go back. Look at that, huh? It says Motorcycle Park right down there. It says the mighty metropolis of Marne in there somewhere. Dang, hot dang. Anyway, so that's the nav system as it appears. When you use this screen, the fuel gauge is down here, gear indicators up here, mile per hour here, and you lose things like you can't use your trip meter 1, 2, and stuff like that. You can't access that. If you try to access that, let's see what happens. You have to get out of nav. So I'm going to head over to decline or confirm. We'll go to confirm, see what happens. Okay. So now we are out of nav, and it is noon, by golly. On the outside is the tachometer. Right here is the fuel gauge. This is the gear indicator, mile per hour, ambient temperature, clock. Apparently there's my battery on my phone right there. Odometer down here. Then we already went through the bottom here. Using the switch there, the joysticks. That's engine temperature, voltage, consumption, fuel range, trip A, trip 1, trip 2 I mean, and trip A, trip B. Okay, over here, clutch, home button, flash to pass, low beam, high beam, blinkers, horn, joystick. Over here, brake, hazard lights, kill switch, run switch, and of course the start switch. This bike has the AEW pipe. Look at that, without the baffle, we'll give that a squeeze here. Oh wait, I did that already earlier, didn't I? I love doing it, I love doing it. It's really quite a bike. I'm really impressed with it. I love the thing. It's an absolute hoot to ride. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have one of these of my own. I think it's a real winner. It's just a fabulous machine. Now, if you all are interested in a bike like this, a new used Royal Enfield Triumph classic British bike of any type, need parts, accessories, thingamajigs, doodads, gloves, helmets, jackets, like this beautiful Royal Enfield Nervic 2 jacket I'm wearing right now, get yourself over to Baxter Cycle, right over there in the mighty metropolis of Marne, Iowa, or go to BaxterCycle.com, tell them Fuzzy Biker from Motorcycle Park sent you. Hey, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Get off the couch, get out of that easy chair, get out and do something, my friends. Life is good. Life is good. Wahoo! Wahoo! Vermont? Wahoo! Wahoo! Wahoo, Alaska!
You gotta be good, keep the grease side down.